Throughout the whole day, if you're busy, make sure that you check out a book. Make sure that you read, okay? So at least read one book. Small book, big book, or page, section. Just read once a day. So check this out. We are going to be reading this book by Shane Evans, We March. All right, here we go. We march. The sun rises. And we prepare. To march. We pray for strength. We work together. We come from all over. To march. We follow our leaders. We walk together. We sing. We are hot and tired, but we are filled with hope. We lean on each other. As we march to justice.
That one day this nation will rise up
to
live
freedom.
out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
To our dreams. On August 28, 1963, more than 250,000 people gathered in our nation's capital to participate in the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. The march began at the Washington Monument and ended with a rally at the Lincoln Memorial, where iconic musicians such as Mahalia Jackson, Bob Dylan, and Joan Baez performed, and Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his historic I Have a Dream speech. Throughout history, there have been many organized marches when people walk together to advance a common goal. The Selma to Montgomery March, which consisted of 3 separate marches that took place in March of 1965, was held to focus the attention on the civil rights movement and the need for outlawing racial discrimination. The routes are now memorialized as the Selma to Montgomery Voting Rights Trail. Following these marches, the country enacted 2 pieces of legislation that were crucial for moving the country toward racial equality. The first was the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which banned racial segregation in public schools, public places, and in selected workplaces. The second was the National Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlawed discriminatory voting practices that denied many African Americans the right to vote. It takes people of all ages and cultural backgrounds to move a nation into a new era of freedom. In a sense, these marches pushed old ideas out of the way and moved new ideas forward. History shows that where there is change, there will often be resistance to change. However, these events demonstrate that through action and determination, people have the power to overcome that resistance. I have always been inspired by the idea of people coming together, joining hands in prayer, lifting their voices in song, and marching towards freedom. Shane W. Evans. Check it out. We March. I will put the link on the description where to get the book. I always encourage my students to read about the author because these are the folks that put in a lot of work to make these books, and so you get to know a little bit about them. So Shane W. Evans is the author and illustrator of Underground, which was the recipient of 3-starred reviews, and the illustrator of Charles R. Smith's Blackjack, The Ballad of Jack Johnson, named a 2010 Booklist Editor's Choice. His other books include the Boston Globe Horn Book, award-winning Shanna's Ballerina Show, and When Harriet Met Sojourner. He attributes much of his influence to his travels to Africa, South America, Asia, Europe, the Caribbean, and much of the United States. He is a firm believer in education and creative development for all people. You can visit him online at www.shaneevans.com or at www.olasstream.com. Okay? So there it is. If you like this book, if you have a book recommendation that you would like me to read, let me know. Here's my info. Follow us, like us, support, donate. I'm not getting paid for all this, Shane. We March. I'm not getting anything from this, but if you want to keep supporting so I can keep paying the bills, there's my my Venmo and my handles and all that other stuff. All right. Thank you.